2 Megapops is an achievement in Balloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to get 2 million or more pops with a singular tower throughout the entire game. And today we're going to be doing this with the lightning ball, which also freezes balloons for some odd reason, but I guess as a good thing. By placing a druid here, you sort of have the most amount of map coverage, so early, mid, late. However, this spot can be a little bit hit and miss, so we may need to put the druid on strong temporarily so that we can deal with those green menaces. But that's the plan. It's not always going to be the plan that will work all the time. There we go, that will work as long as we don't get any surprises here, which is not going to be the case. Now we can place down our wonderful mustache friend. Getting some druid reach as soon as possible is going to be very handy. I hope this... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you just sniped that. That's brilliant. Excuse me? You had 3 thorns and only one of them hit? What the hell, druid? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, lovely snipe. Thank you very much. I was about to say, what kind of drugs are you on there, druid? I'm just kidding. Druids are some of my favourite towers throughout the entire game. Hard thorns so that A, we can pop more balloons per thorn by damage, and B, we can actually pop all kinds of balloons, including leads and frozens, but mainly leads. Part of vengeance because the comment section will explode if I do not have that plus 10% attack speed. But then again, this is a good thing overall. Yellow balloons. No, oh, for goodness sakes, that's what I fear would happen. There we go. What a nice snipe there, but there's still a second wave of yellow balloons to try and deal with. Please? Really? I thought this means it can pop 2... I swear Hardthorns is bugged. That should pop 2 at a time. But no. You are a false description unless you're bugged at the moment. Okay, this is really ass at the moment. There we go, that cleans all that up. Luckily, this managed to preemptively snipe a yellow balloon that was just about to enter the circle, which was lovely. But there's still a matter of pink balloons. Oh, dearie me, the worst kind of balloons that there are at this point early in the game. And that's not going to pop all of that because this does not have the DC to be able to see this far on the track, it feels like. Oh, for goodness sakes, it's always one of those pink balloons or the yellow balloons. Or a pink balloon going to yellow balloon because popping 2 balloons each and pop any type doesn't exist. If I can get 7 or less through the druid, I can put down some nails over here and it'll still accommodate for round 24. But I'm still not confident about that little factor there. Yeah, I've only enabled 5 to go through, so that should be enough. Hopefully we can get Heart of Thunder soon, and then that will decrease our issues for this given point in time. But then again, these yellow balloons can still be a little bit of an issue here. I need Heart of Thunder as soon as possible. Thank you. Ooh, that's a little bit annoying there with that. Although that is going to save us around 24 as long as we don't leak a single other balloon through. Or if it is, it's going to have to be a blue balloon or less. Oh, yellow balloon, really? I swear a yellow balloon is going to haunt me until the day I die. Well, for some odd reason that was much better. I do not know how, but somehow that cleared up around much better than it initially did the last time around. I'm not going to complain though. I never complain. It's just an observation, that is all. And there goes the camo balloon. We'll need Druid of a Storm because it doesn't pop purples, but it does blow them back so that then our thorns get more chances of popping purple balloons. Round 27 has come to an end. Now we've got these beloved leads to deal with. But luckily, we have the tools needed in order to defeat them. Ball Lightning is next, although I feel like we're going to need a invisibility potion at some point. You know, around 33 and onwards. Purple balloons being dealt with, lovely. Round 33 is here. Now these camo balloons. Now this is worthy of using an invisibility potion. Not for round 24 because the majority of the rounds after that will not have a single camo balloon on them. But this is kind of required for here and now. A cheap way in order to get some camo section Not going to get some motor support today. Don't feel like I need it. And honestly, when we get to level 90 invisibility potion, we're going to need that extra camo damage against the fortified DDTs. Next up though, I am thinking of 2 villages. Number 1 is going to be middle path and number 2 is going to be top path. Both are going to have bottom path cross path so that we can make both our villages and my glue gunners just a little bit cheaper. We still have 6 rounds left of the invisibility potion, so there's no need to go for middle path just yet. Instead, I'm going to go with jungle drums, which is going to enable that increase in attack speed, which is very worthwhile, honestly. For the price it is at, it is definitely a very important support upgrade to get for a 2 Megapops. Although at the moment I'm starting to regret doing this plan. Maybe I should have looked at Ball of Lightning first. I may have made an upsie there. I should have gone with Ball of Lightning rather than go with these 2 first, because we're going to have ourselves a bit of a pop issue here, a PS issue here. Oh, we've only got one little spike down here left. Oh, who's a good little spike? Yes, you are. I think I've oofed up here. We should have gone with this first. Am I going to be able to make enough money for this round? I may need to invest in some Jerry's Fire first before I could do Ball of Lightning. But at first I need to clear round 39. I should not have done these 2. Will pickles make the difference of what we need for this point in time? I hope that plus damage, or plus 1 damage, sorry, will be able to make the difference at the cost of some attack speed. Because at the moment, my issue is Pierce and not what we have here right now. But we definitely need Jerry's Fire for this round, so a little bit of cost here is what we need to get through this round, although that Ball of Lightning would be very handy right about now. Okay, there we go, good, just a single red balloon left. That was tight. Oh dear, but not tight enough so that we couldn't get through the round. I think pickles actually help us out there. Singular targets are better with pickles. Also, Ball of Lightning is here. Oh, sorry, Ball Lightning is here. But it's also a nice tower in its own ways. Okay, we definitely need the radar scanner up and running. And because we went 002s first with both of these villages, all the upgrades that we get, aside from the prime mentoring and then quarter arms later, will just be about a little bit cheaper. You know, in Chimps, you don't get extra money, but you can make stuff cheaper, which is very handy. You only ever want to go up to the second upgrade when it comes to a bottom path. There is absolutely no benefit with going bottom path. Before people say, but Flare, you can get 3 dart monkeys and increase its influence radius. Well, what you're spending is a good 14,040 monies just to get some free dart monkeys. Is that worth it? Especially for a 2 Megapop scenario. The answer, I'm gonna have to think about it for a hot minute here. I don't need to think about it. It's no, okay? It's just not worth it. Now that we've got all of the upgrades for our druid here, our next step is to either debuff the balloons in some way, or increase the power or the attack speed of the druid, or pierce as well and attack speed. So I'm not going to go for MIB just yet, because we don't have issues when it comes to being able to pop purples thanks to our thorns. The lightning obviously cannot pop purples, and the little tornadoes and the ball lightning can't pop them. Uncertain about the freeze aspect though, unless it just freezes them without damaging them, which is always a thing that could be apparent. But I'm not too sure really. I don't know enough about this game to be able to get everything out of it when it comes to each individual little interaction that the game can possibly give you. And yep, we done that just right. This offers just enough space so that we can actually pop the entire MOAB layer. Also, we've got this up and running now, which is lovely. We're going to put you with the snow, because snow plus onions obviously makes the onions last longer. While people may say that overclock is expensive, but guess what? is not as expensive as Ultra Boost. But also, this is an absolute necessity when it comes to 99% of 2 Megapop scenarios. Because having that additional attack speed, for whatever rate it is, I think it's like, for farms it gives like 80% additional bananas or crates. So I'm not sure if it's like an extra 80% for any normal attacking tower that's applied to. Obviously it works differently with villages because normally it doesn't actually produce anything unless it's the primary expertise, which then it increases both its attack rate and the radius of the village, which I think is very smart by Minjakiri by giving it another buff in a way. But also it's very handy if you want to create the biggest monkeyopolis that you could possibly have, which is obviously not possible in Chimps. Go with MIB next, primary training, primary mentoring, and then where are we going to place down our glue gunners? I am thinking that we want to cover all kind of aspects of the track with our bottom path glue gunner. So I'm thinking here it's able to reach this part of the track here, don't want it really to reach this part of the track, but it will be able to do so. Reach this part of the track along here, reach this corner, reach this little bit of a corner, and reach that corner there. As much coverage as we possibly can with this. So that this is primarily for the MOAB class balloons, and because it's under a ×2 discount, we can get those upgrades for just a little bit cheaper, besides Relentless Glue, but we won't go there just yet. With this being said though, there is one kind of balloon that I'm having a little bit of concerns about, and that is the regrow balloon. Not right now, but for rounds like 76 and 79, the combination of glue gunners and something that can blow back balloons is a little bit of a dangerous one. I'm not too sure if we're going to need some 110 villages down here so that we can prevent regrows from happening, but we'll see how we go. Now down to the MOABs, let's see if we can pop the MOAB layer. Hopefully we'll be able to, yes, once they're down to ceramics it's pretty much GG. Unless of course there's a huge amount of them who cannot combat. See, this is kind of the issue here. We've got zebra regrowers here, but I think we have enough power in order to actually defeat them, which is lovely. Like, if we don't have the, like, per projectile, the amount of power required in order to be able to entirely clear them or heavily damage them to a point where they cannot regrow all of their layers, then you're going to have yourself a really bad time against regrows. Fortified MOABs left. These can sometimes be more dangerous than BFBs, to be honest. Okay, round 63. This should not be an issue whatsoever. With Overclock, with this glue gunner here, we should be able to clear these rounds no problem. Like, absolutely no issue whatsoever. And there goes that. I'm only planning on going for a glue strike rather than a glue storm, because I honestly think that glue storm might be more of a hindrance, and glue strike is only there so that we can initially do more damage when the majority of the MOABs are on the screen. That's just the plan anyways. Right, for some odd reason, this engineer monkey is getting some pops. I wonder if I placed this too close to the start of the track. I wonder if I should have put it further up here, but my fear was the... BFBs? Oh, actually, it might be something different altogether. But I heard from somebody that, MOABs, balloons in general, they don't always exactly follow the lane of the track. Sometimes there's like a minuscule amount of the track where it's either on the top or on the bottom, to where it is actually slightly different but still following the lane of the track, which is honestly really bizarre as a concept. Why can't it just follow the set track, all of them exactly the same? But I'm also theorizing that these extra pops were down to this being able to chuck back balloons, and obviously the balloons themselves. Yeah, see that point there? It was probably able to pop balloons which were kind of over this area here rather than being BFBs. I'm not too concerned about ZOMGs though, because of the fact that, well, there's only a few ZOMGs that really spawn throughout the game, and they're only on like set rounds. So you got an extra 2 pops there, my friend. If there was one thing I could take away from the engineer monkey for these particular scenarios, it would be the larger surface area. This is a huge hindrance in 2 Megapop scenarios, unless of course you are the overclock, which is trying to do 2 Megapops. Please don't put me through that insanity, sorry people. Please don't. I like myself intact, especially ready for Christmas, for goodness sakes. Speaking of Christmas, have you wrapped your presents yet for people that are close to you? Christmas only happens if you put the effort in order to make Christmas, well, Christmas. Call to arms is next of the agenda, but before we can do that, more Jerry's Fire is required for our beloved Druid here. Like a lot of these 2 Megapop scenarios are entirely reliant on Geraldo, either for like sharpening stone, pickles, tub of glue, creepy idol, sometimes for stack of old nails like we did earlier on round 15 and another possible round, and mainly Jerry's Fire and also Visibility Potion. Like so many little upgrades. Have you ever heard of a perk called Vault Trade from Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies? That gives little menial benefits which really add up in order to make your experience that little bit easier throughout the game. 2 lobster BFBs ready to be zapped and frozen. I like their usual fate, which is using something akin to the Wizard Lord Phoenix. Fire. And lots of scalding, boiling water. By the end of this round, we shall have the arms to call for that 50% additional attack speed and, it should say Pierce, for a short amount of time. Honestly, I think Pierce would be a much better descriptor. Crikey. We used up that last spike at the very end. That last spike came in clutch. Right, if you watched all the way through the video, then please be sure to type in a comment 1 nail clutch in the hashtag. No, actually not hashtag, because sometimes YouTube does not like hashtags in a comment, thinking that it's spam. Just got these 5 BFBs left to exterminate. I'm hoping I don't need to use another call to arms again, because I really need it for round 76 in order to exterminate all those ceramic regrowths. I said the wrong word there, begin with C. And no, not that word. You disgusting infidels. I'm just kidding, I love you all. Even if you do not like me, I still like your timing. Oh my god, yeah, this is not good. This is not good. We need a cure for this. Can I pickle my way through this? The answer might be a solid... actually, this is pleasing. Yes, additional firepower is very handy. Come on, Tornadoes, just stop summoning as often as you usually do, but at the same time, please summon, because I like you in the other rounds, which doesn't involve a huge amount of clumped up regrow balloons. Here's our Glue Strike balloon, Glue Strike Glue Gunner, ready for round 79, because that additional damage is gonna be very handy. Oh, lovely. Yep. Call to arms, overclocked, Glue Strike at some point. It's also more of a controlled ability rather than Glue Strike, which is more unpredictable and more risky actually. Like, this is definitely a double-edged sword, but this is also a double-edged sword. But that double-edged sword is bigger bonuses, but also bigger risks, if you get what I mean. Call to arms is definitely needed for the huge amount of camo ceramics. Can we... Oh, I love the fact that there's a lot of these at the back. It means we can get our abilities reach. Oh, that is fantastic. I love that. Like, a lot of these are like regrows, but this is fantastic. We can get all of our abilities back ready for round 79. That's brilliant. Call to arms, Glue Strike. We're only going to use Glue Strike if the regrow proportions are going to be huge. So if we start seeing a huge amount of regrows here, then we're going to be using Call to Arms first. And then if we're still really struggling, then Glue Strike after that. I kind of want as many balloons to be on the screen at any given point in time. Or we kind of need it now, actually. Yeah, we're going to use them both now because we're getting a little bit overwhelming. I think Pickles has denied the regrow rainbows to be able to properly regrow there, which is fantastic. Blue strike again for these fortified lobsters. And that is round end there. Lovely. Ah, yes. Get our call to arms back ready for the slowest MOAB class balloon in the game. The ZOMG. Dear, dear, dear. Did you know that in Balloon Super Monkey there is an even smaller version of the MOAB? I believe it's called a mini MOAB. I'm not too sure on that one, but I believe it is like an entirely grey MOAB class balloon. But it's like smaller than a regular blue MOAB balloon, sorry. And it is weaker than MOAB, obviously. It's kind of like the middle ground between like ceramics and regular MOABs. Me and my words today. Can we do this round? Maybe not without the Jerry's Fire here, but hopefully we'll be able to do it without Jerry's Fire. Hoping so anyways. Maybe I should have delayed my usage of Jerry's Fire earlier on in the game, like not getting it between rounds 71 and 75, because on round 84 we'll get the better Jerry's Fire, which is what I'm hoping to get. But things are not looking promising here, especially the fact that the ZMG has made it this far onto the track. Yeah, this is not looking too good. I need Red Jerry's Fire on the track. But what other things could we do here? Like, just ignoring what's going on here. What else could we do? Okay, let's just manage to get down here. Invisibility Potion, promising. Obviously, Jerry's Fire. So it tells you that pickles against certain MOABs is kind of more of a hindrance than a benefit. So, Invisibility Potion and Jerry's Fire. Let's see how things go along this time now. That's much better this time around. It's not removing the ZMG layer on the left side of the map. It's now doing the right side of the map. Even better would be the bottom side of the map. Let's see how we're going to fare here. And Pierce, I need you more than ever. And damage as well. But we cleared through round 80. Good. Things looking very interesting. Things looking very interesting. No call to arms. I kind of need call to arms right here and now. There we go. And that is the round cleared. Excellent. Well, it's pretty much cleared, okay? They're not going to make it through, okay? I think it's time for some slowdown effects in the name of Balloon Sabos. There's one. I'm going to place an ice tower down over there, actually. So this is going to be number 2. This one up here eventually is going to be +2 +1. Oh, yes, 3. And then we'll have a 4th one after that. I'm going to postpone my upgrade of a Relentless Glue for the time being. I feel like I'm going to need that bit of money in order to get Absolute Zero as early as possible. Now, I'm not talking about Prosper to gain absolutely 0 more benefits. I'm talking about the literal tower named Absolute Zero. In most scenarios, ceramics can be a big issue, but the only thing that would hold us back when it comes to ceramics are the number of them, and not just their presence alone, because of the sheer factor that we can both blow them back and freeze them in place, which is an absolute big baller when it comes to the ball lightning. Because it's just kind of weird of how a ball of lightning can also freeze balloons in place. Unless it's something to do with how clouds work, like lightning is only possible when it has hot and cold air within the cloud. So in that case, because of the fact that we have more than enough kind of fire means, we have to have a third means of being able to freeze balloons, because we've got obviously the ice tower, but then we also have the Sentry Expert as well when it comes to freezing balloons. I'm not too sure if there's anything else that can freeze balloons in this game. Like, I'm talking about giving the frozen status onto them. I don't think there is anything else. Not at all. So I think that's Ninja Kiwi's way of adding another means of freezing / making a balloon frozen, which is kind of neat in a way. While I was coming up with stupid logic again, I've completely forgotten about the fact that now we have 4 Balloon Sabos in operation. Are people going to say that 3 of them are more than enough? I'm going to say no, because 4 means we have 100% uptime. This is proof that Glue Strike and MOAB Glue do not work with each other. These are Glue Striked balloons, but yet the MOAB Glue or the Relentless Glue cannot stick to them. That is proof, that is evidence, that is impossible to disprove otherwise scientific facts. FAXS. Facts. I don't trust this wheelbarrow in order to be able to block line of sight, because there's obviously a certain amount of length in which, well, the towers can still hit balloons, especially with the likes of larger surface area engineers. Like, no thank you. I'm all good on that factor. I know what the engineer can do at times. Sometimes it does a surprisingly large amount of damage and has a surprisingly large amount of pierce, which is not good, especially like against, what is it, fortified? Let's see, deconstruction does bonus damage against fortified and MOAB class balloons. Yeah, very good if you're intending to do 2 Megapops with that kind of tower. Not good when it comes to the factor of just being support, and it has the larger surface area, which is a double negative for a 2 Megapop support tower that can actually do a surprising amount of damage against fortified balloons and MOAB class balloons. Oh, they're making it very close to the end of the track here, and really? A blue balloon of all things? But then again, there's a red balloon right behind it. Oh, I should have used my abilities just a little bit sooner there. As soon as I get down here to where the ball lightning druid is just about able to reach them, then we are in good business. Because it's only ZMGs in which this can just barely be able to detect and then pop. That should be the end of a round, and there we go. Just these little ceramics left. What's really interesting about Joe's Fire, it follows the shaping of the regular ZMG rather than be able to follow with whichever skin that the ZMG has. So the regular ZMG is longer, so that's why the fire kind of extends over here, because effects on a balloon does not compensate for whatever skin you have on a MOAB class balloon at that given point in time, which is, I think, is kind of the sensible decision, honestly, because then you're not trying to program so many different kinds of skins and their orientations into a game and have effects like blues and fire trying to accommodate for every single kind of skin in the game. Although it would be that nice bit of little touch there by Ninja Kiwi if they did that, but not an absolute necessity, obviously, and not a necessity, but it's optional, you know. While they're bug testing very well for update 40, and then we get a hero like Corvus, which can essentially do a 1TC if we could afford it on round 6 with 1,000 monkey muns. Always use Snowstorm before Glue Strike, which means the Snowstorm won't get that extra bit of damage. Although we kind of just did it just there, unfortunately. I say advice, also me, does not follow my own advice. The end of round 89. Famous for being around before DDTs. And now we can put the better Jerry's hot sauce on now, which is lovely. Glue Strike, call to arms. We could also utilize that round just a little bit more by doing Snowstorm first, then Glue Strike, while the DDTs are over on this first circle over here, just so that they have a little bit more time with interactions with the ball lightning druid. Again, druids are one of my favorite towers in the entire game, if not my favorite actually. I need call to arms now more than ever for these MOAB class balloons. And this is still not got any pops, which is good. Never go bottom path. Or before update 38, I believe it was, never go top path. Because this used to increase attack speed and range. Now the range benefit is benefiting Seeking Shuriken. Which I think by the name of the upgrade makes sense, because you're seeking shurikens out, so therefore you would have additional range. I don't know, I'm not a developer of this game. All I know is I'm a player, and hopefully something that I do makes a little bit of a difference in the world. Even if it's just a small difference, I feel like even the tiniest of differences makes waking up today worth it. Oh no, I swear that ceramic just skipped a lane there and just went from the start to the finish. It took the shortest route! Oh, this is too tight, no, they're leaking. Emperor Palpatine could not summon as much lightning as the top path druid could ever do. Oh dear, this is a lightning maniac. Oh, come on, those last two MOABs there. Call to arms, I need you back more than ever. There we go, come on please, there we go, that's the round dealt with. As long as all of the MOABs are popped, As long as the ceramics are not close to this part of the track over here, we will be fine because of the blowback. Okay, I like the blowback, but this is just a little bit too extreme, game. There we go. That's how to deal with round 93. Yeah, that's what I say. I think I know how to deal with it. I played this game enough to... You see, more proof that MOAB glue does not work in conjunction with glue strike. Middle path takes priority over bottom path. Confirmed again. These are fortified MOABs and BFBs, so we're going to have to be really careful with these. Hopefully they don't go fast, please. I need the call to arms again. The more you rely on an ability, the more you are anchored by it, and therefore won't be able to get as much done without it. Look, Storm part, where were you? I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about a predecessor, a ball of lightning. Nah, come on, please, blow them back, blow them back, blow them back. Things you don't normally hear on a Balloons channel, blow them back. That does that round. Now round 94. How are we gonna deal with this one? I'm not too sure. Honestly feel like the huge amount of BFBs here would just be overwhelming for us in order to try and handle. Like, you can throw as much projectiles at them, but if there's still too many of them for us to try and handle with, then it's not gonna be a good time. Look at all of these MOABs. Gosh. So overwhelming, so overwhelming. Look at them all. We can't stop them like this. Oh, we're gonna need some reinforcements. Yes. No. This is gonna be problematic. Nah. What are we gonna do here, honestly? I'd rather not get the alchemist at this given point in time. I want an absolute zero to slow them down as much as possible. What if we could have done this with only 3 balloon sabos? Get the absolute zero, then after that, get the 4th balloon sabo. We're going to need to postpone our plans of getting the absolute zero because I feel like we're going to need our our stronger stamina friend here in order to get us through this scenario. Also, we can attack the BFB sooner because of the increased range that the stronger stamina provides for our druid here. And hopefully, it can only target the druid from that position. Yeah, it's now attacking them, which is brilliant. So, Snowstorm, Glue Strike. Yeah, this is now going to be much better because we can attack them sooner and we have more power per projectile that we send out. But the only downside is that this is going to start getting quite a few pops, so we should spare our usage of Glue Strike. But I still need to use it in order to actually get that damage in the first place to get through the round. So it's another double-edged sword, but it's handled all of those MOABs much more easily, which is brilliant. Still looking too close to call though, and oh, come on, please. I don't want to go through this round again. Call to arms is too far away in order to utilize. Come on, please, ball of light. Call to arms is here, please. No, come on, you have enough pierce, please. I think we should be able to do this. Excellent. Whew. Yes, blow that back. Let our abilities come back, please. Round 95, we now can do more damage against camo balloons because of the best version of Sea Invisibility Potion. All these DDTs are looking a little bit worrisome here, and this is exactly the reason why I wanted absolute zero for this round, so that we can deal with these DDTs a lot more easily. But guess what? Sometimes tornadoes do not exist. Please get us through the round. The amount of pops I've seen is slightly worrying, but because of the fact that we've got such a late round, hopefully it's only going to get like 8k at the very most. Good news, everyone. Absolute zero is now planted onto the field. So what are we going to do with the rest of our money? Well, I'm thinking of a Spike Storm ready for round 100, but I don't want to spawn it too soon, just in case I might need it for something else. I don't think we've got the money for Glue Storm though, and I honestly don't think it is something that is worthwhile to get. I should have used Absolute Zero, then Blue Storm. Oh, great. Single ceramic. Where are you, tornadoes? We have call to arms. And then again, that's off cooldown. But we have overclock active. Obviously, it's not enough tornado to send them back. Oh, these single little ceramics here keep passing throughout the fences. Oh gosh, we're out of abilities. So it means that we're now vulnerable to any ceramics that can kind of sneak throughout the fences, but that's not going to be the case. We blow them back? Absolutely, which means we will be more than ready for the fortified ZMGs for the following round. Things are going shaky, but we are still on course for it. I've been at this for 1 hour and 20 minutes now. Just over 6k with these two towers. Anything from our ninja? Nope. Yeah, 7.5k, I'm calling that. There's a few pops here because of our perfect usage of the bronze colored nails, which was brilliant. Like, honestly, I'm still stunned by the fact that we used them up perfectly without the balloons leaking. That's the first ZMG cleared. Now the second one is down to its BFB layers. Again, fortified lobsters. Nom nom nom. Oh, speaking of fortified lobsters, we have a bunch of them for round 98. Let's hold off from our call to arms. We want it to be ready for round 98, and honestly, we don't need it. Ah, our shop is complete. Excellent. This is going much more smoothly than the other difficult rounds. I wonder if it's because of the fact that the balloons are so tough to the point where we can actually handle the fortified balloons alone and then deal with the the ZMGs later. But this is such an easy round for this particular setup. Like, I'm honestly astonished. I'm not sure if it's because we've now got Relentless Glue or what, but this just seems quite mellow in comparison to the other difficult rounds. I'm sure someone in the comment sections below will be able to explain to me why round 98 with this particular setup on this particular map does seem a bit easier. But honestly, I do think it is. Like, we've got these remaining balloons left and they're only just making it halfway across the track. Now, this is definitely a baller and a half here. Although they are making it, and we've got nothing to really stop them. Absolute Zero, I'm going to need you to... It seems I spoke too soon. Again, save this for as late as possible. Gonna need it. Oh, goodness. Why didn't those ceramics get blown back? Oh, for goodness sake. Seriously. Okay, thank goodness they were popped. Otherwise, I was going to be fuming if they did not get popped there. And another Absolute Zero. Where are we on pops? Oh, this is really bad when it comes to pops, honestly. Let's get Spike Storm ready for round 100 so that we can preemptively deploy it on the next round. Get those up and running. Let's have them at the very end of the track there. Maybe it would have been better to put them nearer the beginning of the track, like midway. Actually, you know what? I'm going to restart that again. Not the entire scenario, but just around. You know what we'll do for the rest of our money? Get another primary mentoring for just our Absolute Zero here, so that we can utilize it just a little... Wait. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use it for rejuve potions. Oh, why don't I think of these things ahead of time? One of these days, I will be able to do this. But until that day comes, you will continue to see me be an absolute doofus with this scenario. I'm not going to use call to arms. I want it primed and ready for round 100, please. And goodbye. And there we go. That's all that done and dusted. So, when it comes to all... Oh, it's not done and dusted. You know what? That's fine. This is where having pickles is a little bit of a hindrance because of the attack speed loss. Oh, I don't think we can reach there, so it means this is going to get a fair few pops, isn't it? No. That wasn't the best ones because I didn't utilize rejuve potion that well. There we go, that's a lot better. Let's slow them down. I don't know why I used 2 of them there, but it's better than not using any. Let's use that again. Let's get quarter arms up and running. Let's do as much damage as we can to these ZOMGs. Let's use both of those. We do not need a single more of this. Let's see what I can actually afford with the remainder of our money. Can we get a... Oh, I guess not then. Oh, going with a original plan of getting a primary mentoring left for those 2 towers, but I guess that's not going to be on the cards for this particular scenario. Oh, beloved ZMGs, would you just go down already? Please, you're making me anxious. The fact that we are still ZMGs up here is a really bad sign. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to do this. And we're still missing 23,000 pops as well. This might require a restart to this round. Oh, they're not popped yet. No. Sound like Cleveland from Family Guy. Nah, this is not it. This is just not it. I need to do the damage with the Spike Storm sooner. Not necessarily get more damage, but get the damage done sooner so that then we can have the ZMGs down here rather than up here. Because our issue at the moment is where the bad is being popped. Yep. There we go. That should be a lot better. We've now got much more room in order to actually do... Oh, look at that damage, bro! Let's see, 30k. Where are we at? 30k, 34k. Oh, this is 36k. This is going to be really tight here. As long as the Alchemist doesn't have a lot of a chance to be able to do a lot of pops, we might be able to do this. But I think I've done too much damage with the super storm, but spike storm. There's too many storms in this game. Oh no, we're out of sabos and these are going very fast. Don't like that. Oh, I don't like you at times. Come on now, please. Blue strike. Okay, we've got the achievement, but I swear in my test game, this was a much better attempt at this. I even got like at least 3,000 more pops out of this as well. So that was a bit of a shoddy attempt, honestly, at this, but we did it. 2 Megapops on in the loop with the Ball Lightning Druid. Was I happy about this outcome? Sort of. I honestly think we could have had some better deployments with the Spike Storm so that we can innately get more pops earlier on down here. But you're going to have to combine Blue Strike with the Call to Arms, with the Spike Storm, so you can maximize the amount of damage that you can do with a pile of Spike Storms, honestly. Like, there's only so many that you can deploy out, and obviously there's so much track in order to try and cover. Which is kind of why Blondes as a track is very good for the Spike Storm, because the amount of spikes that are delivered out are, I think, are the same every Spike Storm that's dashed out. So therefore, if you have such a small amount of space in order to deploy all those spikes, then therefore you'll be able to dish out all that damage in a more concentrated space. But that, folks, is what you would call a 2 Megapops with Ball Lightning. Let me know what you think about this video aside from the huge length down in the comment sections below. If you were to give me a Christmas present of sorts aside from likes, comments, subscribes, which are giftful gifts in their own ways, then please be sure to, okay, check out the achievements obviously, but for that, anytime you are purchasing anything from the shop, please ensure that you use my creator support code. That will help me out greatly. Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourselves, everybody.